Good morning, Bob. Good morning, Tracy. How are we doing today? Happy Mother's Day to everyone. The rock show was awesome. I had a blast. Morning, Roberto. Good morning, Janine. Good morning, Suzanne. Yeah, I know. This is my first Mother's Day without her. Kind of weird. Jessica's home. That's fun. Thank you, Tracy. I appreciate that. Ironically, my sister sent me a text message a couple days ago that they finally put the marker on my mom's grave. You know, there's this kind of communal marker for my mom and dad, and they had to put her information on that, and that finally got put into place. So yeah, that was like 6 months ago. She passed. Bite's already given up on us. We got some nice electrical storm going on right now, so you may hear some thunder in the background. There was a nice clap of it there just a second ago. Yeah, I know. I'm glad I have those live streams. I got to go back and actually figure out which ones they are because a lot of times, you know, she just kind of called in randomly and I didn't really mark them. Yeah, I haven't been able to see any of the northern lights here because it's been basically overcast for the last couple of days. Supposedly, it's the first time you know they've been this powerful that you can see them in Texas, and I saw some amazing photos that people shot from Waco and from as far south as Austin. That's amazing because usually the northern lights aren't visible much south of the Canadian border. I bet you they must be just remarkable in Canada, Rhonda, if you could see them. Because if they're powerful enough to be seen down here, they got to be absolutely amazing up there. I would actually love to see them from space. They got to be amazing from up there. A little too thick of a chunk of ice on here, so the water ain't coming yet. Ah, that's better. I haven't heard anything about sewage in the lake, but I suppose it's possible. Yeah, I think the rain is kind of passing by here. Although I'm seeing on my computer right now, it says that lightning is nearby. So let me see if I can confirm that here. I do hear some thunder every once in a while. Yeah, there's a little bit. It's kind of surrounding us right now. Yeah, see, it isn't really cold here. It's probably in the upper 60s, but it's kind of nice when it cools off a little bit because, it's starting to get a little hot now. We're usually running in the 80s during the day, and I see some 90s popping up next week. So intentionally left the window open behind us there so we can hear a little bit of the rain should it happen. Got to wear your coats, huh? Yeah, it's not that bad here. We're to the point now where it's not going to get much below 60 here, even at night. It's funny, I just saw something go scooting by the window. I don't know if it was a squirrel or a cat or something. It was funny. Yesterday when I was going to work, when I was leaving the neighborhood, there was like a small herd of deer in somebody's front yard. There were like five of them. It's like, whoa, you don't usually see that. I've seen deer around here, but yeah, happy Mother's Day to all the mothers. There's some like wooded areas around here that get some deer activity. And so I guess it's not uncommon. I've just never seen them, actually come into people's house, into their front yards. I haven't decided what kind of cabinet. I'm going to probably go over there today and talk to the guy. Yeah, I got some fun Roxby at the show last week. Let me show you this one. This one's really pretty. Check that out. So shiny and bright. I like that one. That one's pretty. Jessica made you a rock, huh? All right. Yeah, it does look like aluminum, doesn't it? Actually, it's silicon. So that's the stuff that they make computer chips out of in breast implants. But yeah, it does. It looks exactly like aluminum foil, doesn't it? Look at all the kind of grid work in the bottom of that. Very pretty rock. I like that one. Strawberries aren't really doing a whole lot right now. I don't know. Maybe it's gonna wait a little while, for it to get a little bit more sun out. It's not been really sunny since I planted stuff. We've gotten so much rain this month, and so I think those kind of like the sun. Tomatoes, on the other hand, are going to town. You remember how I built that kind of grid thing with the platform on the top? I was out there just before the live stream. There's three or four plants that are maybe an inch or two from getting to that platform. So they're growing well. Hopefully, we're going to get a good crop this year. No, I've never seen a piece of silicon either. So I saw that and I saw what it was and I said, oh man, I got to get that. I don't have anything that looks like that. That's just really cool. It's bright and shiny. Looks like silver on honestly, but it clearly isn't. It's actually very light for something. You'd expect something like that to actually weigh a little bit, but it's a lot lighter than you'd think it is. Haven't decided about the pool yet. Like I said, I'm going to probably get into the summer a little bit and see how much I miss it, and then we can maybe make a decision. Right now, the big project is a kitchen. This is another one of my favorite rocks. It looks very unimpressive when you look at this, but when you hit it with a black light, it just glows yellow. So that's really cool. And unfortunately, the camera doesn't do a good job. It kind of is all washed out, but it's just a really bright yellow color. Oh, yeah, I keep the price tags on it. Yeah, $110 rock. Scary, huh? Actually, just put it right side up so you can read it. Kind of helps me keep an eye out on what I'm paying for this stuff and all that. This is another good one that I like. This one's kind of pretty too. Got the price tag on that one too. But this one's really cool too. Look what this one does under the black light. The white kind of turns red, and there's little pieces there that turn green. And so, like I said, the camera isn't doing a real good job on that either, but you can kind of see the green. But that's really a pretty rock. I like that one. Yeah, I spent $1,200 on rocks at the show. So keep that in mind when you decide whether you really need to send me a Patreon or something like that. It's like, yeah, he's doing all right money wise. He doesn't need my money. That's another one. That's another good one too. That one does kind of the same thing, the green and the red and the different minerals. So big fan of those. Those are the glowy ones. Yeah, a lot of people had like raw copper at the show. I don't have any raw copper, but I might get some at some point. It's kind of cool. It's kind of a low priority thing. They have that at the rock and mineral shop that I go to. And I see it all the time, so it's common. Sometime I'll get some. It's funny when I bought a couple of big pieces from the Gallery 11 people at the rock show. They pointed out to me at the time that I have like 2,000 points of credit. What they do is every time you buy a certain amount, you get a certain, you get points. And then for every, I guess, 250 points, you get like $15 credit on something. So I got, like more than $100 worth of credit over there. So next time I go, I'll get something cool for free. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get going on that because I'm running out of room for rocks on my table now. Yeah, I don't pay for any apps that I do. I go free. You might have to, you might have to put up with some ads or stuff like that. But and it's one thing if you have to pay once, but if you're going to pay a monthly fee for it, that's too much. I don't do enough of that where I would need to pay for an app. Yeah, I've gotten a lot of nice things, and I mean, they like me because I spend a lot of money there. So they always smile when I walk in, and they know what I like. This is something that I've been watching in their store for a while. And I actually sent him a text message a couple of days before the rock show and said, "Yeah, if you still have this piece, bring it with you. I'll probably take it off your hands." And so that's kind of cool. It's kind of a peachy color here, and it's got this little green crystal here in the front that I really like. So that's a really pretty piece. Once again, the camera doesn't do a good job with that, but I like my rocks. And I got a good price on that. They give me good discounts over there too. That's what part of the reason I keep going. I don't know exactly, but it's a lot. I don't know how much I'd spend exactly. Like I said, I spent $1,200 at the rock show. I'm kind of I get obsessed with collecting things. I mean, you look at my Guided by Voices collection down the hall there. That was one of my collection. I was in a serious collecting phase for about 4 or 5 years on that. But that stuff there is an investment because I could turn around and sell that stuff now for probably 10 times what I bought it for. And so that's cool. And the rocks will be sort of an investment too. Yeah, right. Yeah, Rhonda's a crazy Barbie collector. So, that's cool too. And like I said before, the people over at Gallery 11, they've kind of learned what I'm into. So when I told them about that kind of peach and green rock that I showed you a minute ago, they said, "Oh yeah, we got something we want to show you that you're going to want to look at." And yeah, I picked that up too. I'm going to have to see if I can even get it. It's kind of far away from me here, and it's very heavy. This is now my new favorite piece. Ah, check out that thing. They said they got a really great quartz cluster, and I've never seen a piece of quartz that big. I mean, that thing's the size of a grapefruit. The whole thing weighs like 20 pounds. So yeah, that was the prize of my collection. That's my new favorite piece. I'll leave it over there because that's too heavy to be picking up. It's one thing to pick it up here, but trying to hold it at arm's length, that's really hard to do. No, I don't think any of this stuff is native. I have some information on where some of this stuff came from. Other things, this thing, for instance, I haven't shown you this one. This is what they call desert rose, and this is from Mexico. I've been wanting to get a piece of this for a long time, and that was a really nice piece, and they had a really good price on it. So, oh yeah, I'm probably way beyond that on my DVD collection. I probably have thousands of dollars worth of DVDs. Yeah, I have some old coins too. I don't do a lot of that. I have an almost pristine $2 bill that's probably 100 years old. What's my favorite music on DVDs? Oh, it's starting to rain again. I don't know if you can hear that in the background. I have like a sparkless water bottle, one of those big 5 gallon jugs that's about half full of pennies. Yeah, it's really coming down now. You guys hear that? Let's look at the radar here. Yeah, we're in a flash flood zone. Oh yeah, we're going into kind of a powerful little cell here. I love it when it rains. Oh, they got rid of the pennies in Canada. Yeah, they stopped making ours out of copper and started making them out of zinc a number of years ago. Turned out the penny of the copper in the penny was worth more than the penny was. Of course they round up. They're not going to round down. You can hear the rain? Okay, good. Sometimes I'm unsure what the camera picks up. Yeah, I can imagine. I kind of assumed you were there, Logan. She has an attitude today, huh? All right. Hey, Darth. All the flowers in the back corner are doing really well. They love this rain. Hydrangeas are growing big. They're flowering like crazy. Yeah, I had a great time at the rock show. Yeah, I miss my mom. Charlotte's blowing kisses. How sweet. It changes from time to time, but right now it's that big quartz cluster I showed you a little bit ago. All right, I'm gonna get a text from Jessica. Bites back. I think he wants some kitty treats. Nibble's kind of hiding in her room right now. She doesn't like the rain. Actually, I don't think she minds the rain. She doesn't like the thunder. And some of the thunderclaps we get around here, it makes the walls rattle. So she was like hiding in the bathtub this morning. That's kind of her go-to place. You know, that's my finger you bit there, dude. Okay, let's see what's going on. Yeah, my mom's birthday would have been about 2 weeks ago. That's sad when you lose a parent so when they're so young. I mean, I guess I'm really lucky, you know, with the exception of my mom's dad. You know, my grandparents lived well into my adulthood. My parents lived well into my adulthood. So I think my sister's doing fine. We don't really talk a whole lot, but like I said, she sent me a text the other day. I guess she's going to go down and visit my mom's grave because they just put the marker on it finally after 6 months. Yeah, I guess she's going down in a couple weeks. So hopefully we'll see some pictures of that. I'll probably post it on the Facebook page. Work is great. Work is great. I'm really happy there. Um, you know, we had some technical problems yesterday with one of our computer systems, and basically my boss just handed the thing off to me and says, "You take care of this." So it's nice to have a boss that you know respects what you bring to the table and appreciates you for that. Did you hear that? I saw the lightning a couple seconds ago, so that was a good one. And I'm guessing there was probably like a 2 second delay there, so that probably meant it was within half a mile of here. Yeah, bike kind of took off a little bit when that happened. Neither of them really liked the thunder, but this year we're getting a lot of storms. I love them. Your power was out due to tornadoes? Oh, wow. Yeah, we're getting into a powerful part now. Yeah, that's a good AC/DC song. I intentionally, like I said, left the window open so you know we'll get to hear some of that. I'm glad you guys get to experience that because I'm never sure how much the camera or the microphone picks up here. Yeah, I still love Waco. She got a new AC/DC shirt. That's cool. That's awesome that she loves AC/DC. World Tour shirt. Awesome. The computer says it's 66 degrees. That's probably about right. Be warned, sometimes the power gets a little shaky when we have electrical storms. So if we lose power and you see me suddenly go off the air, you know what happened. It's possible. I don't usually get to do live streams during a electrical storm. Let's see what's going on here with the radar. Oh yeah, we're going right through the middle of it. Little blue dot, that's us. So we're going through a real powerful part right now. I haven't had a power outage in a while, but we get our share of them here. I get a couple clocks on the mantle over the fireplace that I don't even set anymore because you set it and then the power goes out and then you got to reset it again. I think that's part of the reason why I like the mechanical clocks that I have. I was reading about wildfires in Canada. That's awesome timing. Power went out when they tried to pry open the ark. Yeah, some of my clocks are just more susceptible to power outages. And the two of them I got on the mantle in the fireplace are definitely among them. I was thinking about getting like a backup generator. I've told you about in the past how I did that thing at work where we had a whole bunch of like supplies that they bought for COVID and they were about to go bad. And I was the one that kind of made it possible that the company could start using that stuff by getting it off the shelves in the warehouse and out on the floor so people could take it. Well, they finally recognized me a couple of weeks ago, and I got a nice $500 gift card from the basically plant manager, the guy who was in charge of the whole place. And so I was going to go out and I cashed it in for like a gift card from Cabela's, and they had a couple of cool um, electrical generators there. I'm looking at that, but I don't know yet. By Zionist, do you mean believing that Israel has the right to live? I mean, that's generally what they mean when they say the word Zionist. Got to turn it into something evil. Smallest minority and the only democracy in the Middle East, and everybody wants them annihilated. Wants to finish what Hitler started. It's disgusting. I agree, Donna. I agree. That was a good one too. Did you hear that? I didn't see the flash on that one. Yeah, unfortunately, if we don't talk about it, problems just get worse. Yeah, I'm probably not going to do anything special for Mother's Day at this point. I do. I have all sorts of great things to remember her by. You know, the photos. I've got the grandfather clock over there, which I love. The antique clock behind behind the computer here that was my great grandmother's. This is another one of the things I got at the rock show. I don't know how much you can see that. It's a sphere with the Earth in it. I gotta get. Yeah, I don't know. It's hard to see that, but it's really cool. I got that one, and I got this one that has like the solar system in it. It came with a little light base that you can put on. You can actually look at it on end like that. See the solar system, and it's got all the planets marked. Kind of puts things into perspective. I like little knickknacks like that. It does look a little like the Death Star, doesn't it? I've seen those on Facebook, and I've wanted to get one, but I've had bad experiences buying things on Facebook. So they had one. They had them in the at the show, and it was funny because I was walking around vlogging the show, and Chris, one of the co-owners of Gallery 11, walked by me and says, "Oh yeah, I got one of these things here, and in fact, he got one just like this, and got the one with the solar system." I says, "Oh, where do they got those? Because I wanted one of those for a long time." He says, "Oh, they're right there." So I went over there and immediately got that. And that was pretty cool. I think I got the zinc or the silicon at the same place. Yeah, neither were the kids who were massacred in Israel on October 7th. Yeah, I got this piece. Now it doesn't look yellow. I didn't get the. I was looking at the. You're talking the piece that was on the cover photo, and no, I didn't get that. That's actually a piece of sulfur, and I did look at that. That was really cool, but I didn't end up getting that one. But I did get this piece, and while it isn't yellow, normally you hit it with a black light, it becomes yellow, and that's just one of the most amazing UV reactive rocks I've ever seen. So yeah, I got some more uranium glass too. I know I said I wasn't going to do it, but I was in an antique shop, and they had like a teacup service and like little dessert dishes. Here, I'll go get those and show those to you. I got a whole bunch of them. I'm not going to bring them all over to the camera, but I'll show you what I got. Stand by. That's not going to be a real serious collector, but if I see something that looks really cool, so like a set of these four teacups, and these are really cool because once again they glow like that. I love how that works. So I got four of those. In fact, I actually had to go back to the shop. Like, look at the pattern on that. Isn't that pretty? And it turns out I bought four of these, but one of them was a different pattern. And so I actually went back and traded the odd one for one of the normal ones, or for the one like the other three. And then I got these little dessert dishes. They got kind of the same pattern, and that's I got four of those. So those look really cool. And I got this little sugar. If you can have a tea set, you got to have, or a coffee set, you got to have your creamer and your sugar bowl. So I got one of each of these, and so those are kind of cool. Like I said, I'm not going to get really serious, but as I saw them, they were a good price, and I don't know if they're hand etched or not. I don't think so. I'm not really sure how they do that, but really delicate patterns on them. See, I see kind of a seam here, which kind of tells me that it's probably molded that way, but it's still kind of pretty. I've heard all sorts of stories about whether they're safe or not. I'm not risking it. Something about eating something that's made, eating from something that's made out of uranium. That just doesn't sound like a good idea. It's more for looks. You bury some stuff in your yard. Yeah, I know. I was thinking about you when I said that, Rhonda. I do too. That's something that started from the rock and mineral shop because one day I was in there and Tara, showed me some. She called it radium glass, and I looked at it and said, "Wait, that stuff's radioactive?" She said, "Yeah." She says, I asked her how much she would sell that to me for. She wouldn't sell it, but she said, most antique stores have it. And so, like, I think the next day or two, I went to an antique store and got my first piece. Hey, Spaniel Mom. Yeah, we're getting some good rain right now. This looks like this is going to be something that's going to go on for a while because you look at it over time. You look you look at it over time, and it just seems to all kind of be forming as it crosses a certain line there. So who knows? But this may go for a while. I hope so. I love it when it rains. Yeah, there's what the other lead in the department that I work in at work. She doesn't like the thunder either. I'm a huge fan of that. I love it. As long as I'm safe in my house, right? The only time I don't like thunderstorms is when I'm at work and don't get to enjoy them when we're out in the hall because there's a tornado warning, which has happened a couple times this year. Yeah, I got a CD somewhere of a thunderstorm. Antique cheese cutter. That's cool. Yeah, I don't really have any interest in the Disney stuff. There was that Disney stuff at the Rock and Mineral Show, and no, not interested. I was at HEB once when we had a big thunderstorm going, and there was a lightning strike uh, that had to be like just 100 yards from the store, and it knocked the lights out in the store, and it was pitch black in there. I'm sure the flat rate will be overly expensive. See, that's one of the things. Another one. I mean, there's so many things I like about Texas, but we have a deregulated power industry, so you're not stuck with one provider. You get to pick your provider, and there's all sorts of different things that you can do. All sorts of different options. I have kind of a flat rate, so it kind of averages everything out over the year. And if I don't like one company, I can go to another, and that's how you keep prices low. I didn't do any haggling. I wouldn't really call it haggling, but they Gallery 11 gave me a good deal on the both the pieces I got. This big piece of quartz that I got, um, was something that was on consignment. In fact, I met the person that actually gave it to Gallery 11 to sell, and they gave it to me way below what they were asking for it. So, that's one of the things. When you get to the point where they know you in the store, um, they give you good discounts, and I always get good prices in there anyway because they get things at good prices and they pass those savings on to you, and then I get even better prices. A lot of times, I get things well below what they were asking for. Yeah, well, that's it. I've spent so much money there. Like I said, they smile every time I walk in because they know that they're going to make some serious money. And scary enough, it's only gotten worse since I got my promotion about 6 months ago because I have a little bit more expendable income. So they really, really like me over there. I was joking with them about all these points I'm getting for being a frequent buyer over there. I said, one of these days I'm just going to walk in, you're just going to hand me the key to the store. You want to see my shirt? That's my Times New Viking shirt. There's sort of a Jordan connection with Times New Viking. You've heard Jordan talk about his friend Kevin, who was in the band The Connections that does all the bumper music on Jordan's videos. Well, Kevin has a brother named Adam, and Adam was in a band uh, called Times New Viking. And so I got, got that shirt from a show. Also have a few of their albums. I don't know who the man is on the shirt. It's actually it's a picture of the cover of one of their albums. Let me get the album. If you've followed this blog for a while, you know that Guided by Voices at one point did an album called Propeller, where they handmade all the covers. And well, Times New Viking did the same thing with this album. And so I got like half a dozen copies of this album, and they're all different. This one's actually autographed by the band, so that's kind of cool. In fact, I think if you go type Times New Viking in YouTube, I have a video of one of their concerts. No, it isn't Adam the Woo; it's Adam Elliott. I haven't watched Adam the Woo for a while. Oh, was he? Yeah, no, this is not the same Adam. Every couple weeks. Yeah, I'm over there every couple weeks. It's funny, I walked into that rock show last week with a budget of about $2,000 and only spent about half of that. So I don't know. That was kind of my bonus from work. So got to enjoy yourself, right? Yeah, I know you have an autographed T-shirt. I think I autographed it, right? Oh, we're losing Gene to church. Have a good church, Gene. See you next time. So the rain seems to be fizzling out at the moment. Oh, we're just in between storms right now. So it'll pick up again. Yeah, we're going to get some more rain still. I love it. Let me go see how much we've gotten so far. It was like 15/100ths of an inch when I started the live stream, but I bet you it's a lot more now. Yep, we're over an inch now. So that's been a nice little storm. Well, I was just thinking the same thing, Darth. I'm not able to drain the rain barrel fast enough to keep up with the rain that's coming down. Yeah, Adam's really been a huge Disney person. I don't know. There's just a lot of people like that, and whatever. If that's what makes them happy, that's great. But yeah, no, you're not going to get a whole lot of Palestinian support here. I don't support terrorism. Yeah, I have to drain the barrel every once in a while just because it's so much. Oh, I hear some more thunder. I don't know if you heard that one. That was off in the distance. I've never used it for washing my hair, but the plants like it. I actually use it for filling the bird bath too. Well, Stormy Daniels isn't a very honest person. She signed a non-disclosure agreement and then violated it. I think the only one that really has a case here is Trump. He should be suing her for violating the non-disclosure agreement. But that whole trial, that's just politically motivated. Yeah, well, Adam's got a lot of subscribers. People like what he does, so more power to him. Rhonda doesn't like the political talk. Trump, 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 Trump. Okay, I'm over this. He's been pushing it for too long here. You know, what are you going to do with the Palestinians? You say free Palestine. Well, who's going to run the Palestinian uh, government? Hamas? Hamas's charter is to destroy Israel. They openly say they want to commit genocide. And don't try and say, well, that's the government, that's not the people, that's not the innocent civilians. 87% of the Palestinians support what happened on October 7th. I'm sorry, if you support, going into a concert and raping children and killing them and cutting their heads off and doing things I'm not even going to say on the live stream, then I'm sorry, there's no talking to you. I tried to give him a little bit of leeway here, but he just keeps pushing it. So whatever, we're done. I mean, I'll talk about just about anything here, but you get to the point where you're supporting terrorism. No, sorry, that's too far. There's one side that's on the right side and one side that's on the wrong side. And unfortunately, there's too many people that support the wrong side. Yeah, I haven't seen anything about the Disney movie. Like I said, even if I did, I probably wouldn't. I wouldn't go see it. I didn't see the other movie. There was a movie a couple years ago about Walt Disney. I didn't see that one either. It's just not my thing. I'm not into Disney. I was never that much into Disney, even when I worked there. It was a job. It was a fun job. I had a blast doing it, but Flash is doing fine. I was concerned how she was dealing with the rain, but she's under the patio cover, so she found a dry space. She's good. Oh, you had a crash? Oh, that's no good. Glad you're back. Glad nobody was hurt. Well, they say gopher tortoises, which is what she is, have a life expectancy of maybe 40, 45 years, but that's in the wild. Who knows? She could outlive me. I don't know, 200 years, but there's some tortoises, some of those big Galapagos tortoises, can be 500 years. I think I've heard some estimates say. It's raining pretty good again. We're getting any? Is there any thunder in the area? Let's see. Looks like it's more north of us. But yeah, we're going into another powerful part of it. So yay! I love it. Yeah, if I saw turtles on the road, I'd probably pull over and help them across too. Haven't seen any though. Well, I think the logical thing, Beth still talks about how much she misses Flash, and so the logical thing might be to send her back to Beth. But I could also maybe donate her to the Cameron Park Zoo. Yeah, a lot of lightning in the area. It's raining really pretty hard right now. I don't know if you can hear it. I think someone said before that you can. You are now. Haven't had trolls in here in a while. Logan's going to take care of Flash. Okay. Well, you'd have to move down here, Logan, because I don't think Flash would like it in Canada. It'd be too cold for her. Listen to that rain. I'm going to visit her on the weekends. Yeah, maybe. One of the things I really like about Flash, though, is she's really an autopilot pet. You know, I don't really have to do anything about her except, you know, bring her in the garage when it's too cold. Every once in a while, I give Flash a treat, but for the most part, she just feeds on what she finds in the yard. Yeah, really low maintenance, almost no maintenance. Like I said, she's an autopilot pet. It's just someone I encounter from time to time. She is sort of the lawnmower. I mean, I need about 20 more like her to keep up with the lawn, but that's also one of the nice things is the lawn grows really fast here. I had problems with her in the backyard in California because there were a couple of areas where she would feed just constantly, and she'd eat the grass right down to to the ground, and the grass could never grow in those areas. So I always had like a couple areas in the yard that were bald patches because that's where Flash ate. Yeah, she is the run of the yard. Generally, there's that back section of the yard there, kind of backside section where her cave is, and she generally stays in that immediate area. And you know, but every once in a while, I see her somewhere else. Is Flash smooth or bumpy? I know exactly where she is. I'll go get her and I'll show you. Okay, let me get my eyeballs on here so I can see. Yeah, there's Flash right there. She's a little bumpy, but she's kind of smooth on the top. You know, a little texture on the shell, but she's got little scales. You can see her feet. You know, they're kind of scaly a little bit. I think she wants to go back. She was kind of napping outside there, so no, I've never varnished her or done anything like that. This is just her natural state. Kind of a nice warmer in here, so I'm going to let her just wander around in here. No, she's not a huge fan of being on the vlog, I think. I don't know if they breathe through their shell. I've heard them say that they have kind of nerve endings on their shell so they can feel. It's a little cold out there, so she was just kind of pulled into a corner and kind of chilling a little bit. But she was under the patio cover. She knew where to go to stay dry. And right now she's just kind of sitting there. Yeah, no, I would never paint her shell. You're getting frogs? I have frogs in the backyard. I saw one just a couple of weeks ago. Nah, Flash is perfect the way she is. African dwarf frogs, huh? Let's see what African dwarf frogs look like. African dwarf frogs. Let's see if we get some pictures here. Oh, those are kind of cool looking. Gonna add to the menagerie, huh? They sing too. Oh man. Yeah, I've heard of the poison dart frogs too. You have snails now too. Wow, it's just what don't you have? I thought it'd be fun to have a ferret, but I hear they're kind of troublemakers. They kind of get into everything. If I did, I'd have to name it Logan. The snails stink, or the frogs. No ferrets. Ferrets are cute, but they're like mischievous. Jordan and I don't really talk that much. We text back and forth. Neither of them are really. Neither of us are really people that get on the phone and chat much. I think the last time I had any kind of conversation was with Jordan was when he came on a live stream a couple weeks ago. You have to have them descended. Hmm. No, no more critters. And for the if you're missing bite, there's bite right there. Yeah, I've never been really a phone chatter. In fact, except for work, I don't. The only thing I used to, use the phone in terms of talking was talking to my mom, and obviously that's not an issue anymore. Okay, Flash is going. Oh, there she is. I mean, I would guess that if it started becoming a problem, they might limit the number of pets I can have, but I've never been one. I collect a lot of things, but critters isn't one of them. I've had a lot of pets over the years, but not all at the same time. Yeah, like at your house, Rhonda, exactly. Rhonda's Menagerie. New baby goats. Yeah, the other lead at work lives kind of out in the middle of nowhere, and I guess she has all sorts of critters. I guess her mother is a big critter collector, so they have like emus and you know all sorts of strange critters, all sorts of dogs, all sorts of you know you name it, they probably have it. Oh, it makes it easier to remember the name. Yeah, exactly right, Lindex. No, I've never done lickable treats. They get the they get just the little chewy things here. Yeah, that's the last thing I think I need is two 17-year-old crazy cats. I'm all the crazy this house needs. Haven't decided what I'm having for dinner. I don't know. We'll see what's in the freezer. Nice rainy day today, so maybe it's a day to do a cooking vlog. Who knows? I did finally finish up all that fettuccine. That was good, by the way. Definitely recommend that one. Yeah, I'll hit that Mexican place some point. Like I said, I'm always looking for a good Mexican restaurant. Oh, got their weather radio going off here. That's us. 3:30 p.m. Central Daylight Time. At 12:22 p.m. Central Daylight Time, Doppler radar and automated rain gauges indicated thunderstorms producing heavy rain across the warned area. Between 1 and 2 inches of rain have fallen. Flash flooding is ongoing or expected to begin shortly. Hazard: flash flooding caused by thunderstorms. Source: radar and automated gauges. Impact: flooding of small creeks and streams, urban areas, highways, streets, and underpasses, as well as other poor drainage and low-lying areas. Some locations that will experience flash flooding include Waco, Belknap, Woodway, Mejia, Lacey Lakeview, McGregor, West, Valley Mills, Coolidge, Crawford, Hallsburg, North Crest, Lake Waco, Lake Mejia, Fort Parker State Park, China Spring, Golson, Leroy, Ross, and Tahunacana. Turn around, don't drown when encountering flooded roads. Most flood deaths occur in vehicles. Be aware of your surroundings and do not drive on flooded roads. There you go. You heard that live. Yeah, that's that weather radio I bought when I moved here to Waco. No, the cats get cat food and occasional kitty treat. That's it. So yeah, we've been kind of under a flash flood warning all day. So that's nothing new. They did say between 1 and 2 inches of rain. We've had, 1 inch of rain when I looked at it like 20 minutes ago, and it's raining really hard right now. So it's probably more than that. It's a big storm too. It's covering half of Texas. Because that's most of the state of Texas right there. It sucks sometimes when it goes off in the middle of the night, but you know what? I like having it as an extra warning that something's going on. Hey, Bite, you gonna come up and visit? Huh? There you are. There's my buddy. Haven't had a belly rub in a while, have we? Yeah, it scares that out of the cats too. That's why I kind of decided to put him down because one good one good thunderclap and he's going to go. Rah! See him licking his chops there. Well, right now they're just talking about flash flood warning, and that's not a serious threat where I am. You have to be more low altitude. I'm a little bit on a hill, so I'm kind of the top of the hill, so just the rear wheel drive around it, just the rear wheel drive. No four wheel drive for them. I have a rub that I put on my steaks that are really good. Let's see, do we have any thunder in the area here or lightning in the area? There's the map. Oh yeah, got a little bit coming in. I don't know, we'll see. Pizza and salad, you can't go wrong with that. Sushi's good too. I love sushi. I gotta see what the rain level is now because it's been coming down pretty hard for a while. I just looked at the front yard. The front yard out where I put all that plants, that's all flooded right now. Yeah, we're 1.7 inches now, so we've almost doubled the rain in the last 20, 25 minutes. Your friend has a cat named Sushi? Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of pineapple on pizza, but I'm not someone that won't do that either. I mean, it's all right. It's just it's not one of those things that I say, gee, I really need a pizza with pineapple on it. Honestly, my favorite thing on pizza is pepperoni. Sushi looks like nibble, huh? Okay. Yeah, bite and nibble are both microchipped. Yeah, I don't like the idea of anyone saying you have to do that, but I did it because I want these guys back if I ever lose them. Yeah, I agree that they they never put enough cheese on pizza. when I get like frozen pizza and do it, I put my own cheese on it. Just out of curiosity, is that a state or a city rule, Darth? Because that's crazy. It's just certain things that it's not the government's business to make you do. Italian sausage is good on pizza. I agree. Yeah, unfortunately, you're right, Janine. The more power government takes, the more they want. I don't think these two would ever wander off. They got it too good here, but if they were ever to get out, I'd want to make sure that I got them back if somebody found them. They're too important to me to let them, you know, get lost. The cat I had before Bite and Nibble got out once, and he was gone for about 2 days. Then just showed up in the backyard one night. I put his cat bed and some food and some water out there, and next morning opened up the door and there he was. There was another time he got out of the house. There was a cat out in the backyard that I didn't see, and I opened up the door to go out, and he just out, and he chased the cat, and that cat went over the fence, and my cat went up the fence and took a flying leap over the other side of the fence, and ended up in the neighbor's backyard. At that point, he was in for a surprise because it was like a 10-foot drop off the fence. It was like a 4 or 5 foot drop or a jump to get up to the fence, and he took a leap before he realized how high up he was, and that was kind of funny. Kind of see the look of panic on his face the second he realized where he was. Yeah, that's too much government. Are the mice outside radioactive? Just vote the bums out, Darth. Any government that tells you have to microchip your pets is too big. I had one mouse in the house once in California. Mousetrap took care of that. Basically, the only invaders I get from outside are like the insect type, occasional tarantula, occasional lizard. Isn't drowning it sort of like killing it? I mean, just saying. Licked it to death, huh? Interesting. That's got to be a gross way to go, too. Death by slobber. Yeah, I guess mice and hamsters do look kind of similar. Probably just thought it was another pet then. Thanks for stopping in, Tracy. Good to see you. Yeah, it reminds me of that day I had that squirrel in the fireplace. Yeah, I guess the rain is kind of petering out because the birds are starting to come out now. That was a nice little storm, though. Yeah, I think we're to the end of it. We do have grackles here. I don't think that's what that was, but I could be wrong. They are kind of irritating. Yeah, Nibble's sort of feral too. They both were when I got them. I just turned into the world's biggest house cat. They're loud and obnoxious too. They're all over the place here in Texas. I'm going to be ready for a nap when this is over. Who'd think sitting on a couch and talking to a computer screen for 2 hours would be so exhausting? Definitely time to get them fixed then. I'm going to probably go down to Home Depot today and talk to somebody. Like I said in the video, I couldn't do anything last time because the guy wasn't in that day. But it turns out he's there today, tomorrow, and Tuesday. So we'll go check him out today, see what we can get, if we can get going on this. No, I'm going to replace the cabinets. The guy at the Home Depot, suggested maybe just refacing them, and he said that they could get all that gunk out of the crevices. And I said, yeah, but we're also going to blow out that bulkhead above and do that, and kind of push everything up a little bit. So that kind of rules out the refacing of the cabinets. I don't really like the paint. It looks like there's like layers and layers of paint on it too. So I don't know. I want a clean sweep on it. Start over. Let's do it right. No, I don't think I'll take the counters out or the cabinets out. I'll let them do that because they're attached to the wall, and I don't want to damage the wall any more than needs be. I'm just hoping pushing everything up is going to make the kitchen feel a little bit more spacious. It's clear that the cabinets were designed for somebody who is shorter than I am. counting on the fact that Home Depot is going to do a better job than Lowe's did. I mean, it's not like they could do much worse, right? I don't think anybody's going to give me $1 million to go work at Disney. They didn't like me. They weren't, for what they were paying me. So, I mean, you produce the money, then, we'll see. But, show me the $1 million. I'm happy where I am. I got a good job. I like what I do. I like my boss. I like the people I work with, and I have a bright future there. So, it would be that or trading for a company that didn't like me. I mean, $1 million is a lot of money, but if I got to work for the rest of my days too, what's the point? I'm not going to be able to enjoy the $1 million. It's really important to like your boss too. And, there haven't been many times where I could say that in my life, but I really do like, the people I work with, the people I work for. I respect them. They respect me. That's a big part of the issue I had at Disney is they didn't respect me. And honestly, I didn't respect them. Most of them were idiots. In terms of the cabinets, it's probably going to be white, which, the ones in there are kind of an off white. And, like I said, I don't like that. I think because the main color scheme I have in there is the yellow and the white, because I got the white on the ceiling and the yellow on the walls. Um, I do want to keep the counters that are there. Although I do admit when I go to Home Depot, I am going to bring the ultraviolet light. I'm going to see if anything there fluoresces under ultraviolet light because that could change my mind. But right now, I really like the countertops that I have. And I think just the getting the white counter or the white cabinets will really lighten up the room, and raising them up will make the room seem larger. Like I said, I'm going to see what I've got. I saw a couple of things that I liked before, when I was there last week, and hopefully we'll find something we like. Yeah, basically the same layout. I mean, it might be a little larger because, like I said, I'm gonna blow out that bulkhead above there and push everything up to the ceiling. Boy, radioactive yards, acidic water. I don't know. Metal eating water. That's a new one. Of course, you can make an argument that's what happened with my pool, is that the water ate the pool, ate the metal. I think so. I think I may replace the backsplash. That's probably my least favorite part of the kitchen. It's not bad. It's just I don't know. It doesn't look very good to me. I think. Well, and for me, it's also getting new opportunities, and that's something that I really love. Is anything I want to learn, basically they'll let me, and that's only accelerated as when I became a lead. It's just so nice to be appreciated and respected, especially when you respect the people that respect you. It's not as easy to respect people that you don't respect, because if you don't respect them, you don't respect their opinion. I was nominated for Employee of the Quarter in my place because of my thing. My thing with getting rid of all that supplies. I saved the company $250,000. Now I didn't get Employee of the Quarter; someone else did, but it was still cool to be nominated. Company that size, and you're one of like 8 people. So that's all it takes to get Employee of the Month, is get assaulted by a customer. I'm glad that's not the standard at the place I work. We don't let customers in the building, so there'd be nobody there to assault me. It would have been hard for somebody else to take credit for it. There was only one other person involved, and he basically, was my biggest supporter. So yeah, that is kind of crazy, Rhonda. I hear somebody back there meowing. I think it's Bite. Meow. Yeah, there he is. Bite has returned, and now he's hiding behind the couch. Yeah, I think you do need a new job, Rhonda. Can you come up and visit? Look who's back. My buddy. You like that the rain is over, don't you? Is Nibble hiding in the bathtub again?
Wow.
Oh, so we're not going to have Rhonda next week, huh? You'll be around in the car. Okay, that'll work. I guess I do remember that last year. You were literally phoning it in. All right, must be coming close to the end here. I just finished my second glass of water. Yep, almost 2 hours. Charlotte likes the races, huh? That's cool. Oh, here we go again.
Northern Leon County in Central Texas, northeastern Limestone County in Central Texas until 1:45 p.m. Central Daylight Time. At 12:58 p.m. Central Daylight Time, a severe thunderstorm was located near Teague, moving east at 55 miles per hour. Hazard, 60 miles per hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail. Source, radar indicated. Impact, hail damage to vehicles is expected. Expect wind damage to roofs, siding, and trees. This severe thunderstorm will remain over mainly rural areas of Freestone, northern Leon, and northeastern Limestone counties, including the following locations: Cotton Gin, Langley, Farrar, Jewett, Dew, Flo, Corinth, Doney, Kerman, and Freestone. This includes Interstate 45 between mile markers 171 and 205. For your protection, get inside a sturdy structure and stay away from windows.
Yep, welcome to Texas. That's the storm that blew through here about 30 minutes ago. That's past us now, so we don't have to worry about that. We have a place in Texas that has the fastest speed limits in the nation. 85 miles an hour. 75 is pretty common. You see 80 every once in a while, but there's one place where it's 85. Nibble is doing fine. She doesn't like the storms. Bike gets freaked out a little bit by the storms too, but Nibble doesn't like them at all, and she'll go into like the bathtub and the guest bathroom. That's her safe place. Yeah, it'd be fun to drive on the Autobahn sometime. Well, I think we've kind of hit our 2 hour mark, so I'm going to pull the plug on this. Gonna take a little bit of a nap because I'm kind of tired. These live streams, I don't know, maybe I'm just getting old or something. These live streams kind of wear me out a little bit. So I'm going to take a quick nap, and then we're going to go over to Home Depot and maybe order some cabinets, see what's going on there, and I'll give you a report next time. So thanks, everyone. I had a good time today. Talk to you next time. Good night.